What's going on, guys? So Taylor and I have had to go through a lot of bumps and bruises throughout our financial journey. We've made a lot of mistakes. We made videos about our mistakes. And in that, we've learned a lot. And we've put together a lot of systems and practices that have been actually very successful for us. And in today's video, we put together a couple of those that hopefully can help you guys too. And we wanted to share them in this video.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting. You'll spend it and be broke again.
And as always, I'm your bro Taylor.
And I'm your bro Ryan.
And like Ryan said, we're going to be sharing some of our practices. Jumping right into my first one is one I implemented a good long while ago, but I think is very helpful and has helped me a lot, is simply creating a shadow budget. I budget what I'm actually spending and what I anticipate I will spend, but at the same time, I like to create a budget of like, okay, what's my ideal situation? Where are some things that I think I can reach? So I create kind of this fake budget. It's not the numbers I'm actually hitting in that moment, but it's where I want to get, and it helps me kind of create a game plan on where I want to become, and my budget has improved as a result.
I like that a lot. I haven't really heard it be called a shadow budget before, but in your situation, you're not only tracking what you spend, but you're also taking account where you want to be. Yeah. So you're like, oh, I spent $600 in groceries. I know I can spend less than that.
Yeah,
and the ideal budget, the shadow budget, is $400.
This guy gets it.
So that's really cool. My very first one is simple. It's just to automate. That's the biggest hack I've used. Because so many times I would have to log in and think, transfer savings, transfer investment, start budgeting, all of those things. But instead, I have all of that automated. Automatically, every week, send them all my investment accounts without hesitation. Every week, all my savings accounts get a little bit of money. Every week, I have every day, the budgeting apps track my expenses. So it's all automated. And I even like with the budgeting apps, it lets me know, hey, you're halfway to your grocery budget. So that's my biggest hack, is just automate as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, and that's a good hack as well. I mean, it makes it a lot easier, and like things like credit card payments,
That's a good
now
one.
you don't got to worry about missing it if it's all automated. So I feel like that's an easy one that a lot of people can implement right now if they haven't already.
Yeah, and if you think about it, and you say your investment account, you're like, I only have a little bit of money, and you automate $5, but that's $5 you're not thinking about. It's just going and going and going. 10 years down the road, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, that $5 actually did something. Like I never thought about it. So it's definitely good to automate because, again, you're not having that opportunity to spend it, which is a huge deal.
Yeah. But going right into my second one is simply a kind of disciplinary rule or standard that I've put upon myself of delayed gratification. If I'm looking at a big purchase or anything, I'm like, wait 24 hours. Because a lot of the things I buy nowadays are online. I enjoy a good brick and mortar store, but it's just less seldom. Especially if I'm in there, I'm still going to check Amazon. I'm like, is it cheaper there? So I give myself that little bit of a break because it can be difficult to not impulse buy. We've talked about impulse buying in plenty of previous videos and how it's something that's so easy to fall into and is really straining a lot of people's wallets because a lot of people don't realize they're doing it. The little clothes purchase here, a little gadget there, that adds up over time. So if you just give yourself even 24 hours, you're like, I don't need it. I just had the kind of shiny new thing in front of me and it got me excited. But in reality, my iPhone 7 works fine, which I have since replaced. I've since replaced.
Yes, no, that's a great one. And that actually rolls right into my next one. And it's very similar, but I always make sure I check my budget before I make big purchases. That's like a rule for me.
Yeah.
And so if I'm going furniture shopping, I'm not just going furniture shopping. I know exactly how much I can spend. I know exactly how much is in the budget and how much we've saved for that. And if it doesn't work, it's not in the budget, we don't get it yet. We wait another month, another 2 months, whatever it takes. But I always have the budget just so I'm not out and about.
Sure.
And I see a couch and I'm like, ooh, that would be nice. I do need a new couch.
Yeah,
Let me go ahead and buy it. It goes to that impulse buy. I know exactly how much I have to spend on a couch. So it's really helped slow me down as well.
Yeah, that's a smart strategy. That one takes a good bit of discipline, though. So, let us know down in the comments if you're like, oh, yeah, I think I could do that. Or you're like, oh, no, impulses, that's my weakness. That's my vice when it comes to finances. But running right into my next one is kind of more so my way of kind of educating myself in the financial space, but in general as well, is I like to go to meetups and stuff. It can be friends that you just kind of bounce ideas off of, or you go to actual meetups. There's plenty of apps and websites that you can do this and oh, I'm going to go meet up with some people that are in this field. They're probably further along in their journey. They're where I want to be. So they're great people and great resources to call upon. you know, a lot of these people are willing to help. You know, they realize that you're actually very interested in this because you took the initiative to come to such a thing. So I think that's a great way to learn. I've learned a lot of stuff, met a lot of cool people too.
No, I think that's a really good one, and we've been to them together, just like you said,
Yeah.
and I love it. Like, I love the interaction, bouncing ideas off new people, because a lot of times when you are searching on the internet or you're looking to read something, you're looking and typing from your perspective.
Yeah,
so you're
yeah.
getting kind of a mirror image, exactly what you asked, you get the answer for. Versus if I ask you a question or ask someone in a group a question, it's a different perspective I've
Yeah.
never even thought about, and I was like, whoa, it kind of opens your mind up, and you get answers you weren't even necessarily looking for, but you appreciate. And so I think that's awesome. And it's a great, great way to learn. Half the time, if not more, they're free. And it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
people
yeah.
getting together to hang out, to talk, and talk about something they're interested in. So we used to go to real estate meetups. We used to go to crypto type investing things I've been to. And all types of book club, like where you just trade books and then
Yeah.
talk about stuff like that. I've been to all types. Just see what I'm interested in, see what ideas people have out there. So it is a really good way to learn. Running into my last one is when I invest, especially again in real estate, it's not just income minus mortgage or income minus one expense. It's I try and count for everything.
Yeah.
And that's how I determine if it's a good investment. That's how I determine if it's worth my time. And so I'll account for income, and then I'll say minus mortgage, minus vacancy, minus repairs, minus improvements, minus all types of things. And then if that number comes out and it's still the income's still greater, okay, we're looking good. Like
Yeah.
that's something I really try and focus on, because I don't want to assume, kind of like an emergency
Yeah.
fund.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to assume nothing's ever going to happen. It's a perfect situation. All I got to do is pay the mortgage for 30 years and I'm good. That's not realistic. So that's a hack of mine, or hack. Just something I've really focused on more because I've been bit in the butt a couple times.
It's a good strategy. I was about to say, I'm curious how many people have done the simple math of like, oh, the rental rates in this area are this. I think I can get my mortgage at this. It's a profit. When in reality, they face 6 months of vacancy and they're like underwater at this point.
Right.
So I am curious kind of how many people experience that. I have a suspicion it's a lot. So having that strategy, I guarantee you would save a lot of people. So I think that's a great one. And like we said, we still struggle with some of these things. We're not perfect by any means. Still got a long way to go.
Yeah.
So if you guys have some advice, we'd be more than happy to hear it down below in the comments. You know, we'll let you guys know, like, oh yeah, that's a great one. You know, I plan on implementing that, or might ask you a few more questions, and feel free to ask us some more questions about the ones we listed today.
So thank you guys so much for watching this video. We really hope you got something out of this. Again, this is lessons learned. That's how we've got to this point. That's how we've gotten these systems, the way we look at things. And we could put together a whole nother list of 3 to 5 more. If you want that, please let us know in the comments. We love making these type of videos. Please like this video. Share with a friend because we want their comments too. And stay tuned for next week's video.
Stop wasting money on that dumb shit and instead put it in investment. I know it's tempting. You'll spend it and be broke again.